Harry famously said that this woman, that's right, the Queen, Queen Camilla, was very dangerous. This was all because, according to Harry, she wanted her own way, the best press, and in fact she colluded, allegedly, according to him, with the media, with parties and making sure that she got favourable press. This couldn't have been more damning when you think about it, because as you can imagine, Camilla had shown the hand of friendship to his wife, Meghan Markle. Meghan at first had gushed and said, "She's terrific, she helped me, she's very kind, warm and welcoming." And then of course things took a turn for the worst. With this latest royal scandal though, things are taking a turn for the worst that even Prince Harry couldn't contemplate. And if he thought Camilla was dangerous before, well then, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you today. I hope you're keeping well. Don't you love these lovely yellow flowers? Do you know what they are? The chums will know what they are. Do tell me, because I always like to know. As I often say, I just like to find somewhere nice where we can just stand and look and admire something of beauty. No, I'm not talking me, of course. No, we'll have a nice wave. Nice to see you anyway. Thank you so much for taking the time out for joining me. And as you can imagine, it's royal scandal galore, isn't it, right now? I mean, it's just very, very difficult on a serious note, because everything that we remember with, of course, the late monarch Queen Elizabeth is very hard to contemplate now, because it's a whole new world, isn't it? You know, King Charles, the monarchy, everything that he's having to deal with. And he could not have foreseen this, say 5-6 years ago. He wouldn't have known what was coming, because obviously nobody knows the future. But consequently, when you think about it, it makes it all really feel strange. You know, if you are a monarchist and you enjoy the elements of what the monarchy bring for us, of course you don't want this turmoil, this upset, because, well, who likes that? Let's be honest. Now, the problem that you can imagine, and think about this, because obviously, as I said at the start of the video, Prince Harry famously said that Camilla was a problem. You know, I mean, in his eyes, and he detailed it and he said it on record. Now, what's odd about this, I don't know if you find this strange, I find this in particular very, very strange, to say that even if you don't like your father's new wife, to put it out there on record and then expect to have a warm, welcoming embrace. And let's not forget, Camilla and Charles have been together for 20 years. We all know the backstory, marriages don't work out, there are problems galore, and perhaps in the realness of time, you know, that would have been a completely different story. You get the picture. But Harry, not very bright, decides to alienate his father even worse, and none more so than his elder brother, the Prince of Wales, Prince William. You see, William, I can tell you, has managed to forge a good, close, loving relationship with Camilla, as also has Catherine, the Princess of Wales, because they're mature enough to realise that, well, people make mistakes, people move on, and people also deserve a second chance of happiness. And William likes the fact that His Majesty the King, his father, is indeed incredibly very, very happy. But of course there are problems afoot. Now, what's interesting here, and this is the thing that nobody knows about in the media that I'm sharing with you, is that in fact when His Majesty the King was, you know, having a few problems regarding Prince Andrew and what should he do and how should he deal with it, very much was the liking of Queen Camilla to take the side of William and Catherine and say this has to be done for the monarchy, for the state of the monarchy. And a lot of people may be stunned by that, but the bottom line is Camilla is a caring person, whether you like it or not. And according to an excellent source, and you know who they are, you see, Camilla's been increasingly worried about His Majesty's health, and in particular the fact that obviously he's got this ongoing battle. He's not allowed to have anxiety or stress. He's dealing with being the monarch and learning new things all the time, and all the pressures that come with it. And so he, and of course alongside William and Catherine, well, they had a meeting, and according to that source, Camilla was very, very, look, you know, if this helps, if this wants to move things along, Andrew has to accept what he's done, and of course in the fullness of time will understand the reasons why the family did it. Now, as I said at the start of the video, the problem that you've got is if you are Prince Harry, this will then just fuel that story behind the scenes, that of course Camilla is in fact a dangerous woman who colludes with things to get her own way. Camilla stands nothing from this, from the removal of course, the Duke of York, Prince Andrew, from royal life. But she knows that it's damaging, and more importantly, she knows that it's damaging to the health of the king. And that's the reason why she, William and Catherine, went along and said to His Majesty, we think this is for the best. This will not go down well with Harry and Meghan. Harry in particular still sees Camilla as the outright enemy. And that's backed up by eerily whisperings in his ear on a daily basis from his wife, Meghan Markle. As ever, it's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of the United Kingdom.